During times like this, where there's a lot of bad news and pain all around, COVID, I thought I'll share my thoughts about how to deal with anxiety, panic attacks, and stress we all have in our lives. And why do you think I'm qualified to talk about this? I'm trained in suicide and depression counseling from San Jose, and I have taken calls, though in US, from people who are depressed or trying to commit suicide or schizophrenics or who have mental health issues. And I personally went through a lot of pain in my life too, due to my divorce. So I've seen it enough, and I'm 37 now. And I wanted to share my thoughts with the world and our dear customers, especially families, be it a single or a parent or a sibling or a grandchild or a kid. First, my most favorite way of distressing ourselves is nature. And within nature, wind is the best one. If you have access to a window or a backyard or a rooftop where you can feel the wind or a breeze, and if you do have a breeze at that moment, I would suggest just go and sit in the wind, maybe put a chair and then feel the wind. And when the wind flows on your skin, it gives a very soothing effect, and it induces happy hormones that makes you relaxed. It almost gives the feeling of a mom where there's nothing, it's just the wind and you're just there to heal and relax. The second aspect of nature is a flower or a tree. It's also true for a child. If you closely observe a flower, you realize that the flower is tied to the plant. So it is grounded, and it's not worried about the past or regrets, mistakes it has done in the past. It's not worried about the future fear. Maybe the flower some kid might pluck it within the next second, but it's not worried about it. It's just living in the moment, and that helps it makes it very beautiful. It has vibrant colors, and it just teaches us a very fundamental point in life, that live in the moment. Happiness is not about solving your problems. It's about being in the moment despite having problems. So most of us spend 99% of our time goes into regretting in the past or worrying about the future. We fail to feel what's going on now. You fail to feel the breath that's going through your nose to your chest and coming out. You fail to taste the water that you're drinking. You fail to see the vibrancy of colors that are all around us that we could see when we were a child. We fail to feel the feeling that your person you're interacting to is feeling. So all the little beautiful things in life we miss because our mind is somewhere else. So flower teaches us to be in the moment, be in the present. Same as a child too. If you have a child in your home, that's exactly how they live. So when you're stressed or high anxiety, just observe and watch them just for a minute or two, and it'll automatically calm you down. Think how they are thinking. So that's the first way to distress yourself. So other is this blood flow. So often, your mind, your heart, and your gut are all interlinked. When you impact one, it also impacts the rest of the two, which means if you eat good food, the microbes in your stomach send a signal to your brain, and then your brain feels happy, and it also makes your heart beat slower. It's also vice versa. When you have happy thoughts, you feel good in your stomach, and you have a happy heart. And also, let's say you have a lot of fear. It actually starts in your heart. Your heart starts to beat fast, and it induces certain signals to your brain and the negative hormones, bad hormones. So all three are very closely interlinked. So which means The reason why we feel good when you do an exercise is because the blood flows very fast. Your heart is beating fast, right? And it sends signals to your glands, and I forgot the name of the glands, and your mind to feel good. So one way to de-stress yourself in a quick manner is to increase your blood flow. And how can you do that? So there are two ways. One is called PIDA. It's borrowed from the PIDA lodging, which is an ancient Chinese self-healing technique. PIDA is all about slapping a particular certain portions of your body with a half-second duration, till as much you can. It might feel very counterintuitive, but it works. And if you're not comfortable, don't try it. So if you take the most recommended places of PIDA is your inner, I guess this is called elbows, inner elbows, and the back side of your knees. So PIDA is all about, that's it. So essentially keep slapping at a half a second duration, not too soft, not too hard, just enough so that you get a little pinch on either of your sides. Ideally for 40 minutes, but you don't need to do that for long. As keep doing it as long as you can take the pain and then stop it. And the way, here is a logic that goes behind it. When you give little tiny portions of pain to yourself, so your mind, body, and heart, so mind, soul, and body, all of it is focused on the pain. When you have physical pain, you cannot think of any mental stress or pain. Your whole mind is focused on how do you reduce it. So is your soul. So it helps you unknowingly focus. Plus, apparently, there are all the meridians, probably for 12 meridians in our body. These are all systems, are all interlinked to some of, they're all, this is like the junction box. There's a lot of areas that touch this. When you provoke that area with touch, it actually touches, it touches on all those meridian systems in your body. So, and also the blood flows a lot in that area. It tries to heal it. And overall, you will realize that once you stop the slapping, you feel immediate relief at the hand, your mind, and body. And it's not actually, you can read about it. You can Google for PIDA Lajin. PIDA means slaps. Lajin means a stretch. And it's one quick, it also boosts your immune system. That's the whole point of PIDA Lajin. And it also increases your blood flow because of the pressure over there. You're hitting on the nerves, on the blood vessels, and as soon as you stop, there's a lot of blood flows in your body. And when the blood flow flows well, it drains away the negative clots that percolate in our body over time. It actually makes you feel good. It has helped you de-stress. And that's one way to increase your blood flow in a very quick manner. And it's one of the laziest ways to do it. The second way to increase blood flow is if you're laying on the bed, and if you have a wall on one of the sides of the bed, so raise your leg, just one leg, and keep your buttock close to the wall and the bed. Just raise one leg and keep it as long as you could. And then once and note that when you do it, the blood flows in the reverse direction. It again causes a different form of blood flow. Once you can't take the pain anymore, now do it for the other leg. And then once you're done, just come to a normal position, and you will feel a huge, quick relief, because now the blood starts to flow in the normal direction once you go to normal position. So these are two very lazy ways of increasing your blood flow, and it automatically de-stresses you. High panic or high anxiety will just go down. So that's the second technique of quick way to de-stress. So third is intimacy. There are two aspects of it. With a photo is not always, it's just slightly misleading. If you have a loved one in your life, be it your dad, mom, close friend, brother, sister, uh, whom you can talk to without feeling judged. Some of us don't have them in their lives, then you can't use it. But if you have someone in your life that way, and even if they're not in your home, try to call them. You don't need to express the reason why you're stressed, but just listening to their voice, uh, just saying and just doing a small chit chat often calms you down. And if you're open enough that you want to talk about why you're stressed, then definitely do go ahead and talk to them. But just 5 minutes talk with such a person often de-stresses ourselves. Uh, most of us one of the parent is that person, and some of us, I think it's a friend from an old past. So do call them when you feel stressed. You can do a general chit chat. All the past memories of happy memories will come to your mind when you call them. And that's why it distresses you. The second area of quickly distress is physical intimacy. I don't need to talk too much about it, but kissing, sex, of course, if you're married, if you have that, right, then definitely helps you de-stress. And that's one of the beauties that God has given us. And you definitely reach out to physical intimacy if you are distressed. Even hugging and holding someone also really de-stresses quite fast. Music. I think a lot of people use this. Any favorite song of yours? And it especially works well if this was one of your favorite songs when you were a child. So playing your favorite music, lie on the bed in the most comfortable position, then playing a song. Preferably any song that's your favorite. It doesn't matter whether it's soothing or whether it's high energy or it's a rock. As long as it's one of your very favorite songs, just listening to it on the bed with your eyes closed, laying down, definitely is a very quick way to de-stress. I think that's it. These are the 5 ways I believe are quick ways to 5-minute ways to de-stress yourself. So quickly, nature. Just going from the beginning. Yep. Nature, be it a flower or a child or a wind, access to wind, or either a paida or doing the leg stretch on your bed increases your blood flow, or someone you have in your life, a loved one to talk to, or even physical intimacy, and music. Each of them, if you have access to them, definitely helps you de-stress yourself. Thank you for listening.